as a growing mental health crisis leads to more 911 calls.
NBC5's Alice Barr shows us how police in Grand Prairie are learning new ways to respond to those calls and get people the help they need.
You want to get in the back?
The lights and sirens are on at the Grand Prairie Police Department, but these young men and women are not in trouble.
Take one step forward.
They're here to help officers learn how to interact with people with Down syndrome.
Whether it's someone with Down syndrome, someone with autism, someone with a bipolar or schizophrenia disorder, it's all about understanding how to contact and communicate with them on their level.
Chief Steve Dye says more and more his officers are the first line response for people with mental health needs.
Let's try to be proactive, and when we do respond, hopefully we've got a better understanding of how to handle those situations.
The department just hired its first mental health coordinator. Courtney Runnels is training every officer in crisis intervention and more advanced levels of training, helping them recognize signs and symptoms of mental health and developmental disorders to tailor their response.
Maybe they can be a little more patient, give them some extra time, maybe take a different approach so that they aren't just necessarily assuming that that person is just ignoring them and it escalate quickly.
A lot of times when you start talking to them, as you know, they're not going to make eye contact.
They're stepping in to fill the gap left by dwindling funding for mental health resources.
Families don't know what else to do, so they call the police, and the police are the ones that intervene.
And rather than filling jails with low-level crimes, they're working to divert those in need to treatment.
And see if that doesn't fix the problem.
Hoping to get them on the right track before a true crisis hits. In Grand Prairie, Alice Barr, NBC5.
Runnels also responds to calls himself to help with more complex